Good morning, everybody. Partially fresh cup of coffee. I already drank half of it. Enough to get me going and slick back my hair and get myself together for this video. And I was motivated to do this video because, greed is such a heavy blame for so many things in this world. And movies have been made of it, and just worlds are controlled by it, right? And I never could really wrap my head around, though being able to see it in my lifetime, how it functions, and reading the history of the impact of greed and civilization. Funny enough, one of the more poignant mantras, let's say, that I've learned in my life, I can't recall where I've learned this, but it's something that I tell myself every day. Because you guys know that, working on being grateful every day is still working on it. And you think of things that make you appreciate your life. Maybe how it was in the past, like I've said before, I hurt my arm and now my arm is okay. So I'm grateful for that. But in this case, the saying is enough is as good as a feast. And in my mind, the theater of the mind of that kind of, or that particular mantra is looking at a feast like you would see, King Henry VIII and his feast. And there's 50 people there and they eat it and there's all that left over. And that leftover initially goes to waste. I mean, how much do you really need? And this is obviously a wisdom-based thinking kind of thing. They are boiling it down to the ridiculous things. Well, where you can do this and you can do this and you can do this with it. And you can kind of A-B that with money. Enough is as good as a feast. It's very unique when I hear stories about millionaires when they're done doing a backstroke in their millions of dollars, like how much a month do you really need to be happy? And if they say something, well, it'll sound outrageous to us, but let's say they, hey, really, actually, after I was able to achieve $45,000, $50,000 a month, I have no need for all those zeros in the bank. But yet it still is such a powerful, addicting, seemingly so, emotion to have more and build mountains of whatever it could be. Greed doesn't necessarily mean just money, being greedy about money. You could be greedy with your talent, actually, and not share, right? That's kind of a poignant thing. You could be greedy with your talent and not share, and I think maybe that's just another mindset that maybe simple people like myself, the common folk, as myself, can really kind of clearly see definitively, that impact of greed isn't necessarily by the dollar signs. It could be you could be greedy with your love. Yeah. There's that war, right? Selfish. What selfish means? Oh, you're holding those, you're selfish. You could be selfish with your money. You could be selfish with your talents. You could be selfish with your love, So anyhow, it's a thought I wanted to put out there. I've always thought about doing a little video about this, but I think this morning was the morning to do that because I heard that gentleman that got shot, the insurance guy. It vacillates. The basis of that seems to vacillate around the power of corporations, the greediness of everybody, and the levels in which that conversation has in of its own. But it's still based around greed. And my whole maybe it's my overthinking aspect of it, still boils down to when is enough enough? When corporations or people need to amass such an amount of something to be greedy, not to share. It's all mine, he who dies with the most toys win. But the irony to that saying is that we all die. So you can't take it with you. I don't know. Now I digress. Have yourselves a killer, absolutely wonderful day, morning, evening, wherever you are. And don't forget to count the wins. All right. See ya.